Thanks for tuning in to Unbreakable with ChrisChamasiros. I talk about politics, sports, and entertainment to keep you well-rounded, what's going on around the world. If you don't like hearing the truth, definitely don't tune into this channel. So let's get started today. So the fallout continues from Fantastic Four. Pedro Pascal, he's just a douchebag. That's really what he is. You know, these casting directors will never learn. They just don't learn. And these actors just don't learn. See, the actors think like they don't have to be likable, right? They think like, oh, I'm going to preach to you how you should live your life. And I'm just going to be an arrogant piece of garbage with no humility whatsoever. And like, it's like the actors don't know their place. And what I mean by that is, if you're an actor, your sole purpose in that movie is to take the director's vision and bring it to life. No more, no less. You speak to the director. What do you want me to do? Okay, you want it like this. You want me to stand here. This is what you want me to wear. And your job is to bring his dreams into a reality. And that's the problem with these actors, right? They just think they're such hot shit. And from all his co-stars in the movie, he started to change the script. He wanted to make it all about him. You hear that from all of his co-stars. It's all about Pedro all day long and his weak, fragile emotions and the crying. I have to hold people and all that garbage. I would have told him one time, listen, whatever your issues are, don't touch me. So just don't. You're not going to. And what I really believe it is like when everybody gets their, I've seen people do this before too. When they see people getting attention and it's like they're getting rewarded for their hard work, other people will try to upstage them to make it about them. And that's what this clown was doing, right? Oh, I have to hold people. No, you know your co-star is getting a picture taken of them or her, and then you try to upstage them to make it about you. So I would have told them before it even happened, listen, you know your big speech that you gave where you have to touch people? Don't touch me. Pick the wall. Simple as that. See, sometimes guys like Pedro Pascal, you know what they really need to be told? To shut the F up. Really simple. Shut the F up. Know your place. You're getting paid a lot of money for the opportunity of a lifetime. I know one thing, and I know 1,000%. If I got the opportunity of a lifetime like that, call my agent, call a director, hey, you don't like my social media? You want me to take it down? No problem. You don't want me to talk about politics? No problem. Your job is to promote the movie. Your job's not to talk about politics, your feelings on the, I would tell interviewers, bro, I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm here to talk about the movie. That's part of being a professional. That's part of just like not making it about you and showing respect to the people that gave you an opportunity of a lifetime. But that means you'd have to have some humility, which Pedro Pascal does it. And this other idiot, Joaquin Phoenix, with Jake, whatever, how you say his name. Remember when he went on the Letterman show, the Tonight Show with the beard and the, you know, they all get this attitude like, stupid Americans, come see me, look at them, they're pathetic. They're like, they hate the people that make their career. And that's their attitude. That's a lot of their attitude. It's like the girl, Rachel Zegler. Oh, no matter what I do, no matter how disrespectful I am, I get the opportunity of a lifetime. And you'll come see me anyway. You'll wait hours. And that's their attitude. A lot of these people, actors, that's their attitude. Instead of showing a little bit of humility, even this much. You know how much it costs to take a family of four to the movies? Just two people's like $60. Popcorn, soda, the 2 seats. A family of four, it's like $135. You could take your family out to a nice restaurant for the same price. And what this idiot doesn't remember is this. The majority of people that come see his movies are comic book fans, people with children. And I was going to go see this movie. I love the character, Ben Grimm, The Thing. I love Fantastic Four. I was excited when I seen this first come out, the previews. I had no idea who this guy. I don't really pay attention to actors and actresses. They could walk right in front of me. I have no clue who these people are. Like zero. For all the money in the world, you could be like, you know this? I don't pay attention. So I was going to go see this movie. And then I started to watch some of his interviews and what a douchebag he is. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm not spending my hard-earned money seeing that. I'm going to go see Superman this weekend. I was going to watch this, but I'm not because of him, because he's unlikable. That's the thing. Have a little humility. I know one thing for a certain. If I had this opportunity of a lifetime and this movie took off a little bit, I would be so grateful that people took their hard-earned money to come see me doing my thing. But hey, you know, when you think you're God and the world revolves around you and my anxiety and I paint my fingernails and all, you know what he needs to be told? You know what the casting director, the producer, his agent, you know what everybody needs to tell him? Shut the F up. You're costing us a lot. This is a business here. We're running a business. We're not running, you know, if you need therapy, go for therapy on your own time. It's a business. You're costing us money. Shut the F up. That's what he should be told. But they won't. And these casting directors, they never learn. Because they really, a lot of them do, they feel like, oh, they're just a bunch of peasants anyway, spending their hard-earned money on you. Instead of being grateful, instead of getting up after me, thank you. I really appreciate you spending your hard-earned money, you and your family, to come see me. Without you, there is no me. That would go a long way. Not Pedro over here. He's going to preach to you how you should raise your family. What's right in America? What's wrong in America? We got to listen to all of his bullshit politics, and his handlers and his people. They really need to tell him to shut the F up. So let's jump into, before I remember the last Fantastic Four with Chris Evans. Chris Evans was awesome in this. Oh, yeah, we can't have a guy in a movie that loves women, right? That's a problem, too. Pedro over here. Oh, he was a womanizer. So you can't like beautiful women? That makes you a bad person because you like beautiful women? Who are men supposed to like, Pedro? Because the natural order of things, men are supposed to like women. It's normal. But only in 2025 would Pedro here have a problem with that. And here's another thing. You know, like Clint Eastwood, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise never talks politics, ever. And it's smart. Because it makes, I love Tom. Tom Cruise will forever be my favorite. He doesn't even really say anything about America, good or bad. You never hear that from him. But Arnold, Sylvester Stallone, all those guys, America's the greatest country in the world. It's gave me the greatest opportunities I could ever think of. And that's why people spend their money to see them. That's why people, to this day, certain guys, no matter how old they get, people spend their money to see them. I'm not spending my money for Pedro Pascal at all, or Joaquin Phoenix. You think we forgot that little episode, Jav? Another guy, you know. Katy Perry did that one time with her husband too. They can't stand middle-class America or working-class America. They're so beneath them. F you. F all of you. If he never worked again, just like Rachel Zegler, you know what, Rachel Zegler? F you too. Let's jump into it. Let's see what this idiot has to say.
Don't let them win.
Oh, God.
And so keep telling the stories and keep expressing yourself and keep fighting to be who you are. And I don't know.
Look at his He's like, can you get me the F out of here? Do I got to listen to this? Either he's doped up or he's just like, you know what? Oh, God, I listen to this bullshit for like, I just can't take this guy. It's either or.
Fuck the people that try to make you scared, you know, and fight.
Is that what it is, Pedro? People are trying to make you scared, Pedro. You're so scared, right? Yeah, okay, Pedro. Take off your pink panties. Nobody's trying to make you scared. Do you ever think that it's your fault why people don't come see your movies because you're a douchebag? Did you ever think that? Of course you wouldn't. The world revolves around you.
Back. I mean, it's obviously very scary for an actor who participated in a movie to sort of speak to issues like God. This. I want people to be safe and to be protected, and I want very much to live on the right side of history. And I'm an immigrant. My parents are refugees from Chile. I myself was a refugee. We fled a dictatorship, and I was privileged enough to grow up in the U.S. and after asylum in Denmark. And if it weren't for that, I don't know what would have happened to us. And so I stand by those protections.
Okay, Pedro. Well, I got bad news for you, right? President Trump, if you're in the country illegally, you shouldn't be here. It's that simple. And guess what? Nobody wants to hear your opinion on it. So being an immigrant and being illegal is two different things. Being an immigrant means you came to the country legally. Being a legal alien means you broke the law. It's by law. So illegals just don't get to do whatever they want, cross the border, get free everything. The free ride's over. And American citizens, the ones that pay good money to watch your garbage movie, they're tired of it because they can't survive anymore. And if you had any humility, you would understand that. You know why American citizens are fed up? The working class is fed up. The working class, some of the most generous people that I know, give you their shirt off their back. You know why they're fed up? Because they can't survive anymore. And they're tired of people that broke the law getting everything for free while they can barely survive. So shut the F up. So let's see some more detailed information. What's going on with Pedro Pascal?
Whether they like it or not, they're never getting rid of me.
Did Pedro Pascal just single-handedly blow up Marvel's Fantastic Four reboot? This movie was supposed to be Marvel's big redemption arc. An all-star cast, a $200 million budget, and the promise of reviving one of the most beloved superhero teams of all time.
He won't leave me alone.
Fans were already celebrating the lineup. Vanessa Kirby as the fierce Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn fresh off his Stranger Things breakout,
Joseph Quinn over Chris Evans. Yeah, okay, anyway.
Eben Moss-Bachrach bringing grit and humor, and Pedro Pascal, the crown jewel,
Pedro Pascal, the crown jewel. Men don't sit like that with their legs. I love all these actors with their legs crossed like that. Does that make you like chic and interesting? I say it makes you look feminine, but hey, that's a whole different video.
into the shoes of Reed Richards. It was meant to be a dream, but now that dream has turned into what insiders are calling a full-scale meltdown. Reports claim the cast has walked out, production is at a standstill, and Marvel executives are scrambling in emergency meetings to save the film. And at the center of the chaos is one name everyone is pointing to: Pedro Pascal.
It's been a dream to join the MCU. The movie is called The Fantastic Four. I'll confess, I did all my stretching for real.
What happened behind the scenes to turn Marvel's most anticipated project into a Hollywood crisis? Were Pascal's bold creative demands just the tipping point, or was this implosion months in the making? Strap in, because the whispers, leaked reports, and insider accounts tell a story of power struggles, broken trust, and a star who may have just crossed the line from hero to villain in his own blockbuster saga. The moment everything collapsed didn't happen during filming. It happened in a room where the cast was supposed to come together, not fall apart. According to multiple insiders, the final table read was supposed to set the tone for Marvel's new era of the Fantastic Four. Instead, it turned into a standoff that no one saw coming. Sources claim Pedro Pascal hijacked the session, rewriting parts of his dialogue on the spot and openly challenging the director's notes. What should...
Shocker. So Pedro here, he thinks he's the director, the writer, whatever. I told you what your job is as an actor. Your job is to shut up and bring their vision to reality. That's it. You're not the writer, the director. It's not about you, but hey, who would have thought Pedro would have been a douchebag?
It have been a collaborative rehearsal turned into a tense power struggle that left the cast blindsided. One crew member reportedly said, "We signed on for a team movie, but Pedro made it clear this was going to be the Reed Richards show, and only on his terms." The energy in the room changed instantly. Vanessa Kirby, known for her professionalism, was visibly frustrated, while Joseph Quinn and Eben Moss-Bachrach exchanged glances as if to say, "What is happening?" The tension hit its breaking point when Pascal allegedly interrupted a fellow actor's notes and began questioning director Matt Shakman's entire creative approach in front of the crew. By the end...
What a shot. I mean, are you really surprised? It's all about Pedro. 24/7. He's the director, the writer. He does everything. Everything should be changed for Pedro. And you wonder why the movie flopped. Because he's a dick. Plain and simple. He's a dick. That's it.
End of the session, whispers say the cast had had enough. They walked. All of them. This wasn't a quiet protest. It was a full-scale rejection of the way the production was heading. Marvel executives, who are notorious for keeping tight control of their projects, were reportedly sent into panic mode. Emergency calls with Disney executives were arranged within hours. After all, the stakes couldn't be higher. We're talking about a $200 million tentpole film designed to reboot one of Marvel's oldest and most iconic franchises. The phrase insiders kept repeating was simple but chilling. We're not his puppets. This wasn't just about a few rewrites or creative debates. It was about trust. And in that moment, the cast made it clear. Whatever Pedro Pascal was trying to do, they weren't going to be part of it. Pedro Pascal wasn't just playing Reed Richards. He wanted to own him. According to insiders, Pascal didn't just show up to perform his lines. He started rewriting them, reshaping scenes, and pushing for a darker, message-heavy tone that nobody else signed up for. What began as subtle suggestions quickly turned into what some describe as a full-blown takeover. Sources claim he submitted handwritten changes for key scenes, including moments meant to highlight Sue Storm's leadership or Johnny Storm's humor. Instead, everything was reworked to revolve around Reed Richards' trauma and philosophical dilemmas.
Oh, his trauma.
We signed on to play superheroes, not extras in Pedro's personal drama, one crew member allegedly said. Director Matt Schachman, who is known for his careful and collaborative style, was blindsided. He reportedly tried to hold the line, but every attempt to push back led to more tension. Pascal allegedly argued that Marvel's formula was too shallow and that the Fantastic Four needed to mean something.
Could you imagine that? It's a $200 million budget, and this idiot actor thinks he's the writer and director. It's just like, again, you know what he needed to be told? Instead of kissing his ass with all his problems and anxiety, he needed to be told to shut the F up.
Something beyond entertainment. To some, it sounded visionary. To others, it was ego. Even the crew felt the shift. One insider described the set as walking on eggshells, with Pascal's mood swinging from warm and funny one moment to combative and controlling the next. Small details, costume choices, camera angles, even the tone of background dialogue allegedly turned into battlegrounds. Marvel executives weren't amused. This was supposed to be a team-driven film with a tight, tested script, not an indie art film disguised as a superhero blockbuster. As one source put it, Pedro wanted to reinvent the wheel, and everyone else was just trying to make the car run. The cracks were starting to show, and it wouldn't be long before the tension burst into the public eye. The tension wasn't just
Like, look at him. He thinks he's the most interesting man alive. He's just a douchebag.
confined to the set. It spilled into the press tours, and fans started to notice. What should have been fun, lighthearted interviews quickly turned awkward. In one now infamous group interview, Pascal dominated every question, cutting off his co-stars to ramble about Reed Richards' emotional depth and his own vision for the film. Vanessa Kirby's forced smile said it all, her eyes darting toward Joseph Quinn, who nervously laughed as if to break the tension. At the time, fans thought Joseph's joke, "He won't leave me alone,"
All right, I'm going to leave it at that. You get my point. You see the point I'm trying to make. You know, Disney, they never learn. Marvel Comics, they never learn. You need to hire people that are likable, know their place, and appreciate their opportunity, and appreciate the fans that spend their hard-earned money to come see them. And when you hire a douchebag like this, and he acts up, there's only one way to deal with him, and that's to tell him to shut the F up. And with that being said, thanks for tuning in to Unbreakable with Chris Chamasiros.